What's up? Hey, y'all. Y'all let me know if you can hear me. What's up, UC? Can y'all hear me over here? Can't hear nothing. Yes. The right thing song. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me on IG? Thank you. Thank you, Jake. What's up, Phoenix? What's going on, y'all? I'm going to give out everybody a chance to join. Hey, what's up? Thank you, Jacob. Okay, Taylor, you can hear me. All right. Hope y'all can keep up with both of y'all. See if we can do this. What's up, Jess? Hello. Thank you, HD. Love you too. You know I do. It's your favorite cottage Christian girly. There you go. Cottage Christian girly. Thank you. Blue mascara forever. Okay. Oh, when I'm coming back to Atlanta, probably the end of the summer. I still have to make my way to Colorado because I have another place out there I got to go check on. So I'm going to take y'all with me. Trust me. Yes. It's okay for the drop. I be forgetting about the drop in the song. The drop is everything. Thank you, Razor Blade. Thank you. Good afternoon. Where are you? It's evening for me, but it might be afternoon. You're at 17 in the building. What's up? I would. I have been wanting to come to the UK for so long, Jake. Like, forever. I know we got hella fans in the UK. So. What's up, Jamal? What's going on, everybody? What is up? Okay, I'm going to turn this down, y'all, because I don't know what they're about to play next. Got that soundtrack popping back there. What's going on, y'all? Video is clear. Yeah, the video is definitely clearer on IG, YouTube. Listen, this little laptop action I got going on. Thank you, Maverick. Thank you for saying that. I'm trying to hold it together. Hey, King of Shade. Love you too, bro. That's family. All the family in the building, Jacob. Latangela would have been a good name for a Disney princess. Wow, that would be cool. I never thought about it. You guys, I just started hearing people with my name. Like I have my sister friend, Latangela Faye. People get us mixed up all the time, but I'm going to save the live for sure. Okay, you work with Brandon. That's bro right there. We need to get up for sure. Yes, I will be saving the live, sending love from across the pond. Antonio sending it right back. Oh, wow. I just turned into happy birthday. Mine's coming up. Well, you're Cancer now, so mine's on the 24th, so mine's coming up. So happy birthday. We are still siblings. We're Zodiac siblings. How was are you asking me how was my trip, DJ HD? Nightshade. You were talking about the show the other day. Wow. Love from Detroit. Sending love back, Matt. If it's moving fast. So if I miss you guys, Antonio Valentine, love you so much too. Thank you so much. Who had a crush on me? Wait, did I miss it? I'm not sure. Who had a crush on me? Ask me that again. If it's true that somebody had a crush on me. Thank you. Thank you. Happy for the early birthday. Love. Taina! Kind of. Somebody asked me if I could still do it. kind of. A little bass in my voice now, just a little bit. Thank you, King of Shade. I might be just greasy. I'm oily. I'm oily. King of Shade said I had a glow. I'm like, I might just be a little greasy, y'all. I've been running and ripping, so I was scrambling to get on here on time. So, yes. Thank you, Terrence. It was just show. I'm glad you all joined. Thank you all for joining. Anybody, Phoenix over here laughing. Anybody that's missing this that might be across the pond. I know I have a lot of supporters that are across the pond, wherever you may be, especially in the UK. So we got a couple of you guys on here. So I'm glad you could make it. But if it's a little late for anybody that is over there, I am going to do TikTok and probably Facebook together. We'll try that. And see, to make sure that everybody can get their questions in. I do have a few written down, and yep, they're over there somewhere. And Saweetie Vani is at work, and she left me a string of questions. And I'm so new to everything, y'all, that I put it in my story, and I thought it was going to save the questions for me. Not so much. So I hopefully will get to her questions because I promised her I would. But if not, we'll definitely hit them on the next live. Yes, Rob. What's up, Rob? In the building, in the building. If you guys are over here on YouTube, or if you have not gone over to YouTube, please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 because I'm pretty mobile right now. And, you know, the laptop camera ain't cameraing. It's not doing it. I need to get a webcam. But I can't go mobile with the YouTube. I can't go live mobile with you guys over here. So I want to make sure I can always go live. Definitely want to be able to do that. So please hit the subscribe button and your notification bells. I'm traveling right now. I'm in Florida. I'm normally in Georgia, but I'm in Florida right now. I have a couple properties down here with my family, and Airbnbs are popping. So I have to come and help my parents. And then we have another spot in Colorado. So I'm going to be going all the way out there. And listen, I can't get my mama on the damn plane these days, y'all. I cannot get her on the plane, so we're going to have to drive. I do it all the time. And it's a fun drive. It's a scenic, beautiful drive when you feel like doing it. And she refuses to drive when I'm in the car. So, yeah. I think I might pick up my son on the way, and we'll vlog that for you guys and take you out to Colorado. So it probably will not be until the end of August before I'm even back in Georgia, which is how my summers normally go. Yes, the Maritza answer machine voice message needs a real answer machine. Don't it though? We need answer machines back like we used to do back in the day. We played a whole song on the greeting and be like, beep. I mean, we used to do a lot. But the Maritza answer machine, for you guys that don't know, is an official sound. So please use it in your content. It's on all the platforms. I actually wrote that, so I was able to make it a sound for you guys. So yes, and I'm grateful to Nickelodeon for giving me that. That and the Sesame Nacho. Like they gave me the publishing on that too. I'm like, I don't know about that one. The Sesame Nacho. I don't know about that one. But everybody loves the answer machine. You guys post that scene all the time, and I appreciate it. It trends so much. So I was like, let me make it a sound. And I also have the I Love Me shirts coming. And I was actually going to put it on for those that haven't seen it. I was going to put it on, but literally my car is like jam-packed with stuff. And I was like, where did I put it? I know I brought it. I just don't know where I put it. So, y'all, life is life. And yes, let me see. Yes, Florida is the original home. I'm in like Northwest Florida. I'm in Pensacola area. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm grateful to be able to come home and hit the water, hit the beach. It's paradise around here. So, you know. No, well, they had like not a real choir. They did have like I guess like a sound that the engineer put in the voicemail. It wasn't a real choir. But and it might have had a real choir that wasn't there when I wasn't there, that they had record something. But as far as I know, I think he just added that sound. Oh yeah, the Marilyn Monroe. I was just looking at that picture the other day, and yeah, I have a picture behind the scenes with that Marilyn Monroe, and then Christina was Janet in that episode. So yeah. Yeah, the meet and greets. We're actually all trying to hit SplatCon. My boy Leon Frierson is doing SplatCon out in LA in October. So I talk to the cast all the time, and we're actually all trying to go. I think minus a couple of us, but most of us should be there. I know I talked to Kalia. Lisa has a show though that weekend, so she's not going to be able to make it. But I talked to Christina, Kalia. David is actually going to try to make it as well, and I'm not sure about Chris, but I haven't talked to Chris in a minute. You know, he's on Sesame Street, and you know they have a pretty intense schedule over there as well. So yeah, so we'll see. But hopefully Chris can come too. I talk to his sister all the time. Christy Knowings is Chris Knowings' twin sister, if you guys don't know that. And Christy Knowings was on All That. I also went to high school with Christy. So we talked the other day. And so when I don't talk to Chris, I talk to Christy because that's fam. They are fam. So I'll have to call her if I can't get him. Oh, the comebacks on the Sweet 15 episode had me rolling. I used to use them. Lady DJ said I used to use them. I still use them to this day. Hilarious. And I saw somebody say something about the milkshake being poured on me. Listen, we talked about that on one of our lives. I do a throwback live with Angelique Bates and my son on Thursdays. And yeah, we talked about, somebody asked us what the hair experience was about. And listen, ours was good. I don't know about anybody else, but ours was good. But they wrapped up that weave. They made sure them tracks did not get messed up in that milkshake, baby. We thought that through. We sat down and was like, what are we gonna do about these tracks? How are we gonna do this? So that's why I have a turban. I have a turban in that scene because of my hair. Oh, I would love to do a reboot, Ron. Ron Gotti said, would I do a reboot? And yes, I would love to do it. Jake said the only rapper Renee is good as rapping presence. He's so crazy. Y'all kill me how y'all know the lines better than me. I swear, you guys remind me all the time. What the Sesame Nacho one, I don't even know how long that version is. I haven't pulled the sound, but I mean, I see it on my BMI, so I'll have to see how long that is. Let's see what else we got. People always say I look like Ronnie's from the Players Club. They really do. They think I'm her sometimes. That and the girl from the IRT, just another girl from the IRT. They think that's me too. Which is the classic movie. If y'all don't know about that movie, y'all got to go watch that. Okay, King of Shay said my units. Taina was everything. Okay, they did slay my looks. Listen, let me tell y'all real quick before we get into this tea on the Taina pilot. Speaking of hair, you know, I'm one of those people that's like, listen, I don't care what color you are, as long as you can slay that thing. So when I was in Orlando, there was an older lady. There was an older Caucasian lady, and I'm talking about like not even like straight golden girl, used to make the bomb red velvet cakes, y'all. I'm talking about threw down, and she used to lay my hair every day. Could nobody out flat iron her? You hear me? Nobody. So it don't even matter, as long as you got skills with that heat. And when I got to LA, because we filmed our second season in LA, we had an all black team. So, you know, and they did the same thing. They slayed, laid, baby, died to the side, whatever. And but it didn't matter as long as they did the damn thing. So I love the back and forth between me and Kalia. You had great chemistry. I'm imagining a buddy sitcom or frenemy sitcom for the two of us, Jacob said over here on YouTube. That would be such a good idea. I think there have been so many ideas. Actually, me and Selenis, who played Titi Rosa on the show, we have actually sat down and written, you know, what the reboot could look like. You know, we had a few ideas. And so we are all down for a reboot. I don't know what Nickelodeon is really doing with themselves. We would at least like to host a like a reunion, like, you know, looking at the reruns and just telling y'all behind the scenes stories. That would even be fun. You know how Martin used to do that? The cast of Martin used to do that at the end of the season, and they run through all the old ones and they just talk about them. Like, I think that would even be cool. Why don't you just slither away and eat your young lady? Y'all killing me with these lines. I find it interesting. Tasty Tango said, I find it interesting they gave you 3 tracks on the soundtrack and only one of them was in an episode. I'm like, what the flip? I know, right? And then, oh no, she didn't, which is the one that me and Christina and Kalia did together. We recorded in the Hit Factory in New York, and that's one of our favorites, along with My Heart Belongs to You, which is Chris and David and the girls as well. And that's another one. Like the behind the music episode is one of our favorites. I don't know why they didn't put those songs on the soundtrack though. Like, come on now. Full Force, which was Cult Jam when Lisa was with Cult Jam. So Full Force, you guys might know them from House Party as well, and their music back in the 80s. They were producing on the soundtrack along with Charles Chuck Giscombe. Is what we call him, Charles, but we call him Chuck. So yes. What's up, Love Angel? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, stage moms. That's what I said. I think that we could come back as like parents and faculty for the new kids at MSA. And Maritza can be like a one-hit wonder, and a momager and doing too much with her kid, trying to make her a star or something like that. But yeah, there's so many ideas. Maritza's stuck in my list of characters along with Blair, Regine Hunter, Tony Childs, Whitley Gilbert, Hillary Banks, and La Cienega. Baby, that lineup though, yes. So I actually worked with Kim Fields. She worked with us on our show. She was one of the directors for a couple of episodes, and she actually gave me that compliment that I reminded her of Regine. And I was like, what? Like, coming from you too? Ew. Okay. And La Cienega, which is Elisa Reyes, she does her voice. We went to high school together too. So yeah, the world is very small. And along with Jackie and Harry, she is inspo for real. I would love to work with her. Heavily Guarded Scorpio says, is it true that you sat on anthill with your date? Sat on anthill with your date with Gustavo? What? On the anthill? Wait, I do not know. I did not sit on the anthill. Or Anthony Hill. Who we talking about here? I don't know. I don't know. Anthony Hill is one of our writers, so that's why I'm confused. I'm like, and he's a bro. With me as a principal, I know, right? I would be a tie. I don't know if Maritza would be no principal. She probably would be on like head of PTA and hell. Kim Fields is beautiful. She inside and out. Like, she is family. We used to hang out at her house all the time. But we are about to get into the tea in a minute. I just want to make sure. The Halloween episode is definitely an iconic episode. AOZ said, you all honestly are the reasons why I'm still working towards seeing my name in lights. Truly inspired my childhood into adulthood. Thank you so much for saying that. That never gets old. That's one of the most special things about being a part of Taina, is that I hear that so much. And I know how important it is. I had a mom who was an entertainer. So, she helped fuel that fire and keep it lit for me. But I understand that sometimes, especially then, there was not a lot of representation. So I appreciate you guys saying that. And I went to performing arts at high school, like just like MSA. So it's like real life for me when I watch Taina. I'm like, we did that in high school, child. We did that. Thank you, Adiola. Is that say that right? Adiola or Adiola? I don't know. Adiola sings. To be watching it after rewatching Taina for the third time. Love the show. Thank you so much. Yeah, we need to start a petition, Brenton. We need to go ahead and start a petition and get this thing popping. Thank you, Godchild. I'm trying to hang it together. Drugstore cosmetics make a girl look cheap. Okay. And I stay in the drugstore buying some cosmetics, y'all. For real. I see all y'all with the lines. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, from Cypress Hill. Look at that. Throwing it back. We would love to bring him. I love me some Cypress Hill. I used to love Cypress Hill. Thank you, Jake. Yes. Thank you for saying that. It never gets old. I love it. Thank you, Brandon. You still listening to Not While I'm Around? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it is Johnny Bo. Y'all are a mess with these lines, honey. You would think y'all wrote them. So yes, you guys. Okay. let's get into the tea. I know you guys are waiting to hear about, some of the lure. If you guys, hopefully you guys saw the unreleased pilot for Taina that is on my YouTube channel. If anybody's on here that did not, make sure you go over there and watch it after this. You're going to want to see what we're talking about. It's a trip for all the Taina fans for real. So, it was done for Hey Arnold. So they did do a petition or something for Hey Arnold, Bonnie King. Yeah, we need to do something because people keep asking me. I mean, I have been talking about a reboot before reboots was a thing, actually. So, I don't know what the deal is. I know they brought back a lot of, like just reruns. Even if they didn't completely reboot shows, they did reruns. So I'm just like, yeah, we need to do something. Chop, chop, honey. Because we all here for it. And we all kicking. So we would definitely be ready for it. Christina has a show on, was it Freebie? I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. It's hilarious though. I'm going to think of it before the end of this, but I've actually watched it. I'm waiting for a new season. So I'm like, yeah, like make me the neighbor, honey. You bring me on that show because this is a hilarious show. It's definitely got to be coming back. And she just Primo. Yes, that's the name of it. Saw production. Yes, Primo. Hilarious. If you guys have not seen Primo, it's hilarious. I think they're going to do another season, but she just had another baby. So Christina has like 3 kids now. And oh my God, it's hilarious, Sav. Like whoever wrote that was a genius. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing over here. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. I hear y'all talking about the answer machine. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to it for sure. I definitely want to make sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna cut me off on YouTube. I think they do at like an hour. So we're gonna get into this tea real quick. But so for the Taina pilot, the unreleased pilot that you guys watched on YouTube or need to watch. So that one was done in 1999. And that was the pilot that actually got us picked up by Nickelodeon. So we were not officially picked up by Nickelodeon. Yes, it looks low budget because it is. And the theme song is different, all that stuff, because everybody wasn't on board, at that moment. We were actually trying to get picked up by Nickelodeon. And some people asked, was I always a part of the production? And so I have Bilal Smith. He has some questions here as well. And he did ask, was I always a part of the original cast? So the story behind that is that I was cast in another show called Rep before I was on Taina. I had auditioned for Nickelodeon 1,000 times before, trust me. and they told me no 1,000 times. But I was a part of this repertory company called City Kids in New York City. If anybody's heard of it, Malik Yoba and Demi Moore are the founders of that repertory company. And I think it's still around. I look for them. I mean, once you're a City Kid, you're a City Kid for life. And there's a lot of celebrities that have come from City Kids. Donald Faison, that you guys know from Clueless. We used to be down in that basement every Saturday. And it was singing and dancing and writing pretty much like Taina. And I loved it. It was like in the meatpacking district down in Manhattan. And I was actually did a commercial for The Big Help, if you guys remember The Big Help back in the day, through City Kids. And I actually I put it up on my page, but I'm going to repost it. And so we did a commercial for The Big Help. All of this was prior to Taina. And I wrote the hook for that as well. So I've always been writing music and stuff. So we were all involved in the process of writing that commercial for The Big Help. And there was actually ABC had done a show about City Kids that I was not on yet. They were just getting started, but it didn't get that many episodes. I think it might have done one season. It used to come on Saturday mornings. And so from Rep, though, Rep was a show that Nickelodeon was considering, which was of course, inspired by City Kids, and it never went to air. Taina's script came along and it replaced Rep. So I was the lead on Rep. I was the lead on Rep, and then they moved me from Rep to Taina. And even though I wasn't the lead, Maritza was the perfect role for me. So I'm not mad at that by any means. I'm just grateful that they called the girl back. You hear me? And so from the very beginning, it was, me, Kalia, and Chris from the very beginning. We were doing table reads. We were doing, getting, even prior to us doing the pilot, it was always us. And then they started adding people on, and they added Diane, actually, I think a little bit after us. And then we went to pilot. Then we went to shoot the pilot. And so it was 99. I had gone to college for a little while. So we were playing younger than we were actually playing on the show. Then we actually were, we were younger. We were playing younger than we were. There we go. We were playing younger than we were. So when we actually went to film, I was 18, turning 19. Something like that. I think I turned 19 our first season down in Orlando. Yeah. So all of us were like a year or so apart. So we played like 14 and 15-year-olds, and we were older. So yes. So I was on originally as a cast member, but I was only cast for 6 episodes at first. And then they took the pilot that you guys saw, the unreleased pilot, they showed that to focus groups and everything, and they sort of got feedback on who was working and who wasn't. And I was added to the show, but I was only added to 6 episodes until I went to Orlando and started filming. And the president of Nickelodeon was Albie Hecht at the time, and he called. They were sending some of the episodes that we had filmed back to him to get his feedback, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and write her in all the episodes. We're not doing the show without her." Thank you, Albie. I appreciate you, bruh. And I was so happy. I was like, "Ooh, okay." Now I'm a series regular instead of a recurring, and that's why first season you see me kind of like walking in and out of the scene, sort of like afterthought, damn near on the first season. On a lot of the episodes after that 6, it was like just fit her in where you can get her. And then second season, I was like a major part of the storyline, because they started off writing the episodes about me. So 90s was so good. Art is my thing said the 90s was so good. Nickelodeon was so black. We all had black musicians on Nickelodeon. They all had black musicians at Nickelodeon as well. And the actors were lit. Yes. Yeah, definitely was an era. It definitely was. Yeah, we was all that as well. Like, oh my gosh. I look back at the episodes and I'm just like, man, we really had some people on there, like really. So yeah, Netflix. Ron Gotti said Netflix needs to pick up the reboot. Right. We should go through it. You said you guys should go through a whole new cast. So you think everybody should be new on the reboot? I think we should have, like, I love the way they did Degrassi. Like Degrassi is like all the faculty is from the original Degrassi. That's when I used to watch it, like late 80s when it first started. So I love how they did that, and everybody looks very familiar. And then they brought like new kids on as well. So I think that would be a dope dynamic. Yes, all that did help a lot of black artists for sure. Shout out to my girl Angelique and Leon and Christy, all my people, and Elisa, all my peoples from all that. Shout out to y'all. So yeah, so that was the thing with me being a part of the show. So yeah, so 99, December 22nd, 99. And I remembered the date because it was on the tape that I found at my mom's house. I finally got my hands on that pilot. She kept it in a vault all these years. So yeah, it was December 22nd, 99 when we shot the pilot. And then we waited some months on pins and needles. And they finally gave us a call and said that we were picked up officially. And I was the last one to get my call, you guys. Like, you know, all the parents talk. Everybody was in contact with each other. And I was the last one to get my phone call. And I didn't think I was going to make it, y'all. I did not. And we was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. We're up here rocking back and forth. Everybody's like, yeah, I got a call. Did you get your call? Because there was so much great feedback when we were filming the pilot that we just knew we were going to get a call. And then when I was the last one to get it, we were like, listen, I might not get that call. I don't know. And my mom, literally, this is a true story. She went in the bathroom and she came out, and I guess she was in there praying. She came back and she was like, don't you fret. You're going to get that call. God said you're gonna get that call. Don't worry about it. I don't know why they ain't called yet, but you're gonna get that call. And literally about 30 minutes later, the phone rang and I got the official call and we about died, y'all. I was like, oh Jesus, thank you. So yeah, it was like my heart was like boop boop boop. But yeah, we finally got that call and then went down to Orlando our first season and shot the first season of Taina. So let me make sure I'm not missing any questions over here. Okay, and so yeah, so wait, let's go into why Orlando. Orlando was just the go-to spot. Back then we had LA and we had Orlando, and it was like whatever makes sense for whatever cast. So when we were shooting next to a show called No One Knows Best, and I don't know if you guys remember that. I think they had like one season. So we definitely, yeah, Tubi can pick it up for the reruns at least, right? Love Angel. I mean, some, but it's on Pluto, but it's in Spanish. And so I'm like, I appreciate our Spanish fans. We are all, thank you to Feisty. We are all, we're in a lot of, Spanish speaking countries. So I'm not mad at that by any means, but like, we can get both versions maybe, perhaps. You grew up in Maritza. Okay. I know that's right. Maritza is fun. Maritza was such a fun character to play. Like, how do I know Taina is available on Pluto? Is it in HD too? But it's only, I think it's in HD. But yeah, I've seen it on there for sure. I've seen it. If you look it up, I've seen it unless they took it down. But I've seen it up there recently. Hey, all that ish. How are you? So yeah, but Orlando was the go-to spot, for some shows. So some of us were in LA, some of us were in Orlando, and then our second season we moved to LA. And a lot of times it has to do with like production and who's available for what. So our second season we were on Nick on Sunset in LA. Both places were fun. Orlando was fun because it wasn't nothing but that. It wasn't a whole lot of other distractions in terms of the industry. It was like we would go to work, come home, cook. We had barbecues on the weekend. We would go out. We hit them streets a little bit. We used to go to the club a little bit. I ain't even going to lie. We used to get that two-step in. But everybody would come to my house because I'm like mom of the group. So I used to cook for everybody. And like even crew members sometimes would come or like, whatever. And we would just do a big potluck at somebody's apartment. I know, right, Princess Amani? I wish we got a season 3 too. It was in the works. It was definitely in the works, as well as a spinoff for Maritza. Because I saw somebody ask about that. It was a real thing, all of it. At one point, just a lot of politics behind the scenes, contractually with Christina and the network. So I do still sing Levon. I'm actually, my son, he's on the live on IG, but he's actually, him and his friend Mari, we're producing, we work together, we're doing music together. He has his own music coming out. So I'm actually working on an EP. It's like 90s type stuff, but he made me a SoundCloud because he was like, you need a SoundCloud. And I put some of my old stuff up there from because I've been recording since before Taina. So I put some of the old stuff up there just for fun. Yes. Okay. Yes, y'all. Stream the Christmas song. Thank you, Princess Amani, for saying that. I did a Christmas song with Leon Fries and Angelique Bates from All That, and we dropped it this past Christmas. We're gonna re-drop it again when the season comes back around. But it's a 90s throwback joint. We on our 90s vibes. That one is a little TLC inspired, and Angelique on there ripping up the mic. Her and Leon got a couple bars on there, so that was fun. And my son and Mari produced that as well. So. Yes. Exactly. I think a reboot would fly. I'm telling you, I don't know what they're thinking. I have no idea, but I think a reboot would fly. And Bilal also asked, how was filming in New York? So we did do the pilot in New York, the unreleased pilot. We did that in New York, and it was fun. Of course, I mean, we all lived in New York, so it was like we were home. And the Papito scene was actually in Jersey. We shot that in, I think it was Marlboro, New Jersey, or something like that. It was the cutest town. We had the cutest little bed and breakfast that we were at, and man, we had to be on set at the crack of dawn. And I woke up. I was so excited. I woke up done, baby, done to the nines, baby. I went to set, done. I was so excited. It wasn't even light outside yet. It was like the sun was not up. But I was up and I was excited to go to set. And so we did those scenes in New Jersey. excuse me, the scenes that you see Fatima in, which is the choreographer. She's Aaliyah's choreographer as well. If you guys don't know who Fatima is, legendary choreographer. Love her so much. And I want to say that was at like Carnegie Mellon, and Kalia ended up going to that school later in real life. So I think that was the name. If it wasn't Carnegie Mellon, she ended up teaching or taking some classes at the same place, like as an adult. So, but I believe it was Carnegie Mellon. So yeah, we had a lot of fun shooting in New York for sure. And let me see if there's any more. The Pappuccino. I still want a Pappuccino. Like just saying the Pappuccino. We stayed at Starbucks and Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf in LA. But the name Papa, don't it just make you want it? Like just like chew on it? Like, oh, Pappuccino. Like, oh. That's like that Ripple Fred Sanford used to drink on Sanford and Son. Like I used to want that Ripple so bad when I was a kid. It just looked like Welch's grape juice or something. Oh, we had so much fun on set, Soft. Like we did. It was not an act. We had so much fun. Who was my favorite star that appeared on Taina? I had fun with 3LW, y'all. We actually like I loved working with everybody. I can't say that I had a bad experience with anybody who was on the show. Oh no, but Kelly Rowland though. Kelly Rowland was the homie. Like, I don't know what it was about me and her. We just like gravitated towards each other. Like we used to have like a week with people, you know, they might leave and come back if they had something else going on, but they would be there for the week because we would do a table read on Mondays. And then we'd block scenes and stuff Tuesday and Wednesdays. Thursday, we would start filming. And Friday, we would film the whole thing top to bottom in front of a real live audience. So it was not always a laugh track. So we would do the laugh track Thursday from top to bottom. And then Friday, we would do the show all over again in front of a live audience. And those were normally the ones you guys would see. Like when we look back at the show after we filmed it, we knew which, like, because they would edit them together. But we knew which scenes were actually in front of the live audience and which weren't, because like the audience used to fuel us. Like it would just make it so much funnier. And most of the times, the majority of what they would use would be the live audience shots. So yeah. And then we would do like, you know, signing autographs to like 300 people afterwards on Friday. So yeah, it was a long day, but it was the most fun day though, because the audience was there. So yeah, me and Kelly were just, you know, I was always kind of an old soul, and she just really liked me and my maturity, and you know, kept her business private and stuff. So I loved working with Kelly. But I had a blast with 3LW too. They came over to my house. I told you my apartment was the go-to spot. And we were just over there piled up in the bed, eating food, cackle-lacking, doing all of that. Let's see. Making sure. Thank you. Yes, Taina was ahead of his time. Hold on. Let me see. Did they ever consider a Black actress for the lead of Taina? She is Britt said over here. So no, she was always supposed to be a Latina lead. That was actually the first show ever with the Taina, with the Latina lead, and which is iconic within itself. But the creator of our show is a Black Latina. She's Dominican, and this is loosely based on her childhood. So yeah, so everybody ended up being what they were supposed to be. My favorite Maritza catchphrase. What was my favorite? I had to think about that one. I had to think about it. 3LW, they were great, Brittany. They were great. They were hilarious. I'd say people always ask me about Keely specifically, and I put it in my comments. But Keely was funny. She was so funny. She was a sweet girl though. Like I don't have no like bad things to say about any of them, and not because I'm trying to be politically correct. Like no, we don't necessarily hang out these days. But I have no bad experiences. But she was just funny because she used to be like, "Why we gotta eat food? Like it's just gross." And she wasn't bulimic or anorexic or anything like that. She knew she was small and she wasn't trying to be big, but she was so funny. Keely can dance, can't she though? Yes, she can. She still can too. Yes. And she was just funny. She was just like, "Why we gotta eat food? It's gross. Like, it just grosses me out. Like, I don't want, like, I know I gotta eat it. So she would eat. She didn't want to. I mean, she's like, girl, what? What is you talking about? Brittany Powell said Marissa's voicemail still has me in shambles to this day. Yes, I was just telling them if you weren't on here earlier that it is an official sound now. So it is. So yeah, you got to use that. Grab that thing. I don't think I need these though. I'm not sure. Halo Dodgeball, how are you? How are you? Okay. Okay, they should have added me to 3LW when the Turi left. Okay, I would have slid right up in there now. Slid right in there. Let me see if you guys, what other questions I could answer here. Somebody, Bilal also asked, and some other people asked that too. Did I ever ad lib the lines? And here and there I did. I tried to stick to the script. One rule as an actress is not to go crazy with ad-libbing a lot of times. Like, it's just pisses the writers off. And because they write things with a certain cadence and certain jokes and certain punchlines. So you try to respect that. But Maritza is definitely me. All my high school people are like, listen, because I'm very close to my high school friends still. And I went to performing arts high school, very much like MSA, and they were like, if people knew how much you were like that character, minus the mean girl stuff, like I was that crazy and that flamboyant in high school, the only one in sequence and feathers, the only one, patent leather down. Okay. I used to walk down the hallways in school, y'all, and they used to be like, do, 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 like Soul Train, and I used to hit it. I used to be like, do, 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 ow. I'm telling you, Maritza is me. Okay. Let me see. Did I ever get slimed at Kids Choice? I did not get slimed. I went to the Kids Choice Awards, but I didn't get slimed. Y'all know sliming was a privilege. Like, when we were in Orlando, we were taping at Universal Studios, and my family used to come down all the time and watch the tapings. And like, you know, people would visit the Universal Studios and, you know, where we filmed, and it was such a privilege to get slimed. They'd be like, yeah, no slimes today. We're not doing no slimes today. Let them know early. It was like VIP to get slimed, y'all. I was like, what's this? It's serious. It is so serious. Do Talk TV. Yes, send me a DM. Send me a message for sure. I think my email is on YouTube, but you send me a DM for sure, and I will definitely look at it. I definitely will. I try not to ignore anything. You guys make sure you hit that subscribe button over there on YouTube for me, please. We're trying to get to that 1,000. I will be traveling around for the whole summer, so I want to make sure I can always get up with you guys. And I don't know if YouTube is going to cut me off at an hour, y'all. So I want to make sure I get these questions in, and I'm going to drop that dime. I promised y'all I would drop a dime. I promised y'all that. I'm going to drop it. So, did we bond immediately after the pilot? Oh, yeah. Because like I told you guys, we were involved in the process from the very beginning, me, Kalia, and Chris especially. And so we, you know, our parents got close. We got close. To this day, we are all like family, for sure. Like, no cap. Like, I love them guys with all my heart. And the creators, the writers, all of them. When I went to New York a few years ago, I went to Maria's house. We had brunch. I saw Selenis. I saw Kalia. Cass, who's another head writer. King of Shade said the pilot was completely different show. It was a completely different show. It gave me Roseanne meets George Lopez. Okay, thank God for the network and producers made the changes, because Tristina was made for the role of Taina. She really was. She was meant to play that role, and that's how it is as an actress. It's like, I have auditioned so much for things this year alone that I have been this close to, like recurring roles on Reasonable Doubt. There's a new show coming out called The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon, BMF. Like, I've been on hold and gotten callbacks for all of these things, guys. I've gotten so close. I'm working very hard to get back on TV, but the same casting directors still call me back. So it's not always you. It's sometimes it is just not the right role. So that's the case. Diane, she was a great girl. She was very talented. But the synergy was just different when Christina came in. But I will tell you what the real reason is behind that recast. But well, I won't say that's the whole real reason. You know, like we said, the right person for the right role, right? But there's a little extra in there. Yeah, Michael Lattimore. I was saying that we're trying to do our first reunion ever. We haven't even done one on Zoom, y'all. We're trying to do that at SplatCon. So if you guys have not signed up or looked into SplatCon, Leon Frierson is one of the founders of that from All That, and this is my homie too, my friend. And we're actually working on a reality show together as well. We're trying to produce with a lot of our child star friends. But SplatCon, I think it has its own website now, and yeah, you can go and sort of like get all the tea, is who's going to be there, get early bird specials on tickets and all that good stuff. But that happens in October, and I talked to the cast and we're all trying to go. So hopefully it works out and we'll be able to do that. Cammie Thompson said, I wish Taina ended with the kids graduating high school. I wish we would have ended with the college years, like Saved by the Bell did. Like, we could have done that. I think we could have made it to the college years, for real. Okay, I will put the link up for the website for sure. I'll put it up on my page. Like I said, we got about, I don't know, it's 45 over here, so we might have like 15 minutes. Thank you, Akeem. Yeah, we did talk about, me and Maria talked about a spinoff for Maritza when everything was going on. So there was talks of that for sure. Right, Terrence? Taina the college years, because we was already a little grown. So it would have we would have been right in there. We would have been, because Offset, because we were older than what we were playing Offset, they used to be like, listen, y'all know how old y'all playing, right? So act like children. Don't be out here being grown, doing too much, being in the tabloids. For sure. Thank you, AOZ said, I'm just glad you guys happened. The show needs roses. You all need roses. Thank you so much. A great error. Heavily Guarded said, it wasn't it though? It was the best time all the way around. AOZ, shout out to the moms. Yeah, the moms wouldn't play no games. Even though we was grown, we were young adults, our moms still didn't play any games. And they didn't have to be with us all the time, but the network let them be. They were like, if y'all need 2-bedroom apartments, your parents want to be here, because they know how close we were with our parents. So Anthony, do I know anybody that needs a video editor? All the time. We all trying to keep up with technology right now. So send me a DM though. I'll definitely pass it along, and I might need one as well. So I don't know. Since me and the cast were real close, 19 Love Shay says, since me and the cast were real close, was it weird for me to kiss Lamar? Hell yes. I don't even know how you picked up on that, but it was weird. It was weird as hell. We was like, ew, because you like my brother. It's like, stop. You're welcome, Anthony. Oh yeah, Taina was the soulful version of Victorious, I believe. Some people say it's like it, and some people say it's not. I've watched Victorious, but of course that's more my son's, era. He's 21 now, so. Yes, Rob. Yep, we were 18, 19. I don't think anybody had, second season we had turned 20. I had turned 20, I think. Me and Kalia are like days apart, so we may have turned 20. Christina is in November, so she's a few months behind us. So yeah, and then me and Chris are the same age. So yeah. But see, that's how it was back then, y'all. Because even Clueless, y'all think them some children y'all watching. Stacey Dash was like 30. She had like a 14-year-old or something when she was playing Clueless. Like nobody was. I think Brittany Murphy was the youngest one on that set. Yes. Okay, so yes, the recast. So let's get on there. The recast of Diane, the tea with that. So her and David, are y'all listening? Because I do not want YouTube to cut this off. Why did they recast Taina? Okay, so Diane, adorable, right? And everybody's like, she's too short. She looks like short next to you guys and all that kind of stuff. That might have factored into it. She was adorable though. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous too. But so the reason was we were playing older than we were, but she was actually older than all of us. Diane, when we filmed the pilot, December 22nd, 1999. She was like 23 years old. Yeah. And she was like, we were all still, even though we were, 18 and up, or I think Christina might have been 17, but she wasn't a part of the show yet. We still were like with our parents and at home, and she was not. So people all said she's talking about living with her boyfriend. Yeah, right. Then she looked like a baby. And what was crazy about that though? Yes, child. She was 23. Me and my mom were just talking about that. We were stop if you don't cut it out over there. Y'all got to see the emoji she put up over there. Had me dying over there, honey. But yeah, she was older. 23. She's young. It is young, but to play a 14-year-old though, and we were, like I said, we were pushing it a little bit, but we all still, for some reason, the network thought that she looked older, and I don't see that. My mom did. My mom is normally the one that can see somebody's age too. She was like, I just don't see it, and I didn't either. When she did the Jennifer Lopez dance sequence in the pilot, she had her makeup on, and you could see, a little maturity, but I think we all would look like that with the heavier makeup. So we couldn't see it. I remember she had the most gorgeous hair as well. Sidebar. But anyway, we did not see that. And the network was like, she looks too old. And they were also afraid that she was going to age out too quick. We were too quickly. We were anticipating the show to do like 5 seasons or something. So you had to be able to kind of, stretch it out for that long without giving up the tea. Okay. So that's what that was. She was too old for it. And they also said the same thing about Dan, the guy that played Dan. We can look at it in the credits. He's not ringing a bell, his name right now. But as far as the parents were concerned, he was older. I don't remember exactly how much older he was, but I don't even think he was as old as Diane. He just had a more mature look. And I could see that in the pilot. But as far as the parents, I actually liked the parents. I liked Eduardo and Gloria on the pilot, but Lisa came through, and it's like, what are we gonna do? Lisa. She gonna get the part. So Lisa was definitely kind of a no-brainer. I'm not sure if Eduardo was even available, because I thought he was great. Like I could see him on like a Law and Order and everything. Like I loved his acting on there. Abuelo Manolo, we love him. Of course, you guys saw him on the actual series. A lot of it didn't change. But yeah, that's what it was. We even worked with Fatima on the actual series. So she wasn't, you guys didn't see her on camera. I don't know if she was on in the background or something on the actual series. I'm not sure. But she worked with us on the actual series of Taina, and someone asked me, would we have asked, or did we ask Aaliyah to be on our show before she passed? And of course there were talks about it, and of course she would have been the next one up for us to ask to be on the show. It would have been perfect. We would have all died because I did not get a chance to meet her, and that's one of the people that I regret not meeting, because she's like a sister in my head. But when she passed, we were actually on set, and Fatima was there, and it was the eeriest day. It was crazy. It was. They were very close, and Fatima was devastated behind it. So we were there that day together. It was so crazy, and we were together during 9/11 too. So I remember I don't even know why I segued into that, but yeah, 9/11 was crazy when it happened. We were all filming, and wasn't supposed to be no planes in the air. Y'all, if you saw how we were ducking behind buildings every time we saw a plane in the air, we were like, that is not supposed to be up there. What's happening? What's going on? Like, saw the second plane go into the building and everything. Wasn't it crazy? 2001, the Y2K started like a crazy ride. Like, even in my own personal family, like, we lost so many people. It's just crazy times, good and bad times for sure. But yeah, there was something else I was going to tell you guys about the show versus the pilot. It just slipped my brain. Let me see if I wrote it down, if there's anything that's going to jog. Somebody asked me, was the pilot shot on tape? I believe it was. I don't know. I don't know exactly what camera they used, but yeah, I think it was though. Um, I know I have a VHS for sure from it, and from the looks of it, it looks like it, but I'm not sure. Um, yes, Darius. Yeah, thank God you were too little to remember it. It was very weird. Yeah, you were born in '97. Yes, it's a weird one to remember. The documentaries are like crazy to watch, even though I remember it. Some of the footage from the documentaries is like, because I used to go to the World Trade Center as a kid, as a teenager. So it's weird that it's not there anymore. And then what's crazy, y'all? This is a sidebar, this little piece of tea right here, though. One of my properties that is here in Florida. So the guys that were like some of the terrorists, they rented our spot. We didn't know it, and they took flight lessons here in Pensacola because they have like the Blue Angels and the flight lessons and all that stuff. They took flight lessons here, and they rented our property. And I swear it was haunted after that, y'all. Like we didn't even know. All of that came out later, and we were just like, we're hearing things in here. I don't hear like now. We haven't had any experiences in there in a long time, but right after that was some weird stuff going on in that spot, y'all. And we found out that they were the ones that were renting. Isn't that crazy, Darius? Like, it's the craziest thing. We were like, wait, what? That was them or two of them? Like, it was just weird to think that they were in our spot renting it out. Like, what? Brandon Williams said, they had why did they change the sister to a brother? Yes, Brandon. So I'm glad you asked that because that was asked a few times. They changed the sister to the brother because they needed more boys in the show. Like we were just appealing to a lot of girls. And like I said, there was a focus group that they showed the pilot to after we filmed it. So yeah, so we needed some more, testosterone in the building. And then, Christina's family, or Taina's family, sorry, was, Titi Rosa and Gloria, and it was just so like, there's a lot of female energy there. So they needed a boy to kind of balance it all out. 2002 officially began the new millennium. Okay. It's hard to believe. Disney Toys said it's hard to believe that 3LW were the seniors when Keely looked all of 12 years old. Right? Okay. Look like some daggone babies. Yes. Cheyenne, yeah, we've been talking about this reboot thing. We are trying to get one going. Something, it's like I think we deserve something. Some kind of comeback. Yeah, Selena's is great. Selena's work. She is on the new George Lopez show. She's done Murphy Brown. She was on Orange is New Black. Like she works. She is doing her thing. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, they did say that, My Stories Network says they're trying to say Taina got canceled because it was too girly. That was part of the conversation. That wasn't the full reason why. And Christina's done interviews about this, and she's talked about how, she signed a record deal with MCA. Music was part of our contract. So it wasn't just filming, it was recording as well. We recorded music just as much as, well, not just as much, but a lot. And it was heavily a part of our contract. And so Nick Jive Records was existed back then. So it was a Nick Jive Records contract. And so we were signed to that contract, and we were not supposed to do outside musical contracts. But the thing is, when you're in between seasons, you're not officially under contract. You're being considered to be officially under contract. And so in between seasons, between second and question mark third season, I had auditioned for half and half. And the role that Essence Atkins played, I had booked. And they fought tooth and nail to get me in that role. They asked Nickelodeon if they could buy me out. Like, they were like, nah, we don't know what we're going to do. And if we come back, we got to have Maritza. And because I had the obligation to them, it was like, okay, I just had to let it go. I didn't want to just throw up the deuce, to Nickelodeon. And I just didn't want to take the risk. And it was just like, it is what it is. We're kind of on hold, but Christina signed a deal with MCA, which was Will Smith was her management. Overbrook, him and Jada were her management, and they she signed a record deal with MCA. There was a song that they released together. It's a music video. I think it's on the Wild Wild West soundtrack or Men in Black. No, it's on Men in Black soundtrack. I think it might be Men in Black 3. But she did release a single with them, and they couldn't make it work. It was just like, okay, well, yeah, Princess Amani Half-It. And when we didn't get picked up for third season, I was a little bit crushed that I wasn't able to go on and do half and half, but yeah. So but yeah, it would. Thank you, Jordan. I think I would. Yeah, I would have. Essence did an amazing job, but I definitely would have ate that role as well. I would have ate that one. But yep, exactly, Jordan. He said I could see the resemblance of more of with you and the Mona actress. He said I could see more of a resemblance with you and the Mona actress. Oh yeah, I love Mona. How was The Voice? I did not actually go on The Voice. I auditioned for The Voice and I got close. Another got close. The vocal coach, I was one of her favorites. I was one of her picks, but I did not go all the way to do The Voice. I didn't. Thank you, Princess Amani. Yep. Oh yeah, Mari. Yes, we have talked about this reboot over and over. We are all down for it. We would definitely do it. We've all talked about it. We've all thrown ideas out. Me and Selenis have written full episodes. So, and Maria, who's the creator, we've talked about it as well. And they've had talks with Nickelodeon. I was at our house when they called one day about it. So I thought we were close at one time. I'm just not sure what's happening. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. But yeah, so we did want to appeal to more boys with the demographic. That part is true. It's just not the whole truth. And, we have been asked about that over the years. We respectful of Christina's story, though. When she wanted to really like spill it out and lay it out, that's when we all were like, okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I didn't be hating. I know, but it's like, yeah, it's like, if it was any other show, they might have been able to work around it, but we were dropping albums for Taina, so it's just like we can't have you with this album over here singing like teenage music, and then you drop an adult album with MCA and you sexy as all get out. It just wasn't going to work for imagery. Maybe if they were both like kiddie, teenage style records, then yeah. But it was one of those things where it's like we knew we were grown, we were young adults, but it's like you want to go on and be grown, and is a time and a place. Like slow down. And now, of course, we've talked about it. She's like, dang, probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, you think you know everything at that age, so that's definitely the case. And as far as the other recasts and stuff, like, let me see if I missed anybody. So yeah, so Titirosa on the pilot, me and her were signed to the same agency in New York. We were both signed to Carson Adler, and so I don't know why they recast her. I never got the tea behind that, but yeah, so we were with the same agency. I thought she was a good Titirosa too, but Selenis, of course, it was just everything with our cast. Like it was everything. Not everybody was bad. It just wasn't that chemistry we needed. Darius said, I first saw Christina in Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan. Yes, and I think her first movie was Life with Mikey. Yes. Oh, 19 Love Shay said, did the weave jokes ever get tiring? No, it didn't. It was just part of it. It was part of it. We knew that. I knew that, and I was cool with it for sure. It never got old to me. Yes, My Stories Network. So yeah, that's what I was talking about Titirosa. So that was the aunt that I was signed to an agency with. We were both with the same acting agency, and I'm not sure why she was recast. That one I don't really know. She was working a lot back then too, so she may have been unavailable. But see, when it's a series regular role, like it's hard to turn that bad boy down. That's the holy grail. So I'm not sure if they just decided to recast her or if she was just unavailable when we got picked up. Let's see. Have you, Little Dodgeball said, Have you met Kale Mitchell? He's my biggest inspiration. I would love to meet him. I have not, which is weird. I don't know why I haven't met Kale, but that's Angelique's homie. Like, he's a pastor now. He's baptized her children. She goes to his church, and they speak all the time. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all, thank you. Like the live. Thank you, Princess Amani. Y'all hit that like button over here on YouTube, please. Thank you so much. Please subscribe as well. But yeah, Life with Mikey was a good one. It was very good. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Wait a minute. What was the question? Oh yeah. Okay. Have I met Kel? Exactly. So, but yeah, no, I haven't. And Angelique, like I said, that's she knows Angelique know everybody, y'all. If y'all want to know something about somebody, so we do throwback lives on Thursdays with my son, Jasol. He's in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all follow him as well. And Angelique Bates. And she knows some of everybody. So as we get our momentum on this live, we're going to get to the point we have like surprise guests drop in because she knows some of everybody. Like when I tell you this girl knows everybody, she knows everybody. Everybody. So, like, you guys remember Maya Campbell from In the House, and like, unfortunately, you know, she has some issues and stuff. Nobody does not hear from this girl except for Angelique, though. If though nobody else, that's how we know she's still alive and she's still doing okay. Because we actually want to find her. We actually want to go check on her, but she will reach out to Angelique when she don't reach out to nobody else. Thank you, Cheyenne. I appreciate you saying that. I am single. As a what is single? As something. I am. Right? Love my ear. Yep, right? Too feisty? Yes, I love her too. And so does Angelique. They call each other Oprah and Gail. And so she actually hit her a couple days ago. So that's how we know she's still Pringle. Single than Pringle. There it is. Single as a dollar bill. Jordan, there we go. I know I usually have a country saying in my back pocket, y'all. I ain't have nothing that time. A third season was planned. That was where we were up in the air. That's what I was talking about when I was supposed to do half and half. So it was planned for sure. Oh yeah, Phoenix said I like that the pilot was used as the first season finale. Yeah, they kept there's only minor changes made with that. Yes, Taina, Heavily Guarded said Taina, all that. Romeo, Nick Cannon, Brothers Garcia, what a time. I'm telling you. Yes, it was definitely a time, y'all. Single as a fry at the bottom of the bag. Now, why is it always one? Always one, and you be mad because you let it get hard because you was wanting like one more, and then you found it when it got cold and you was mad. Yeah, that one. What other projects did I go out for since I mentioned half and half? You know what's funny? A lot of them, like sometimes I'm like, dang, why isn't it that I did like more sitcoms or more things during that time? And honestly, like I don't even know why. See, partly my agent back in the day, like agents were a little bit like biased towards certain looks and certain things. And they speak, not Nickelodeon, but when I first went to New York before I did Taina, like I had braids in my hair. I had them Poetic Justice braids, y'all, and I loved my damn braids, and my agents made me take them out. I remember me and my mom, we can't remember what it was for, but we went to an audition and they wouldn't let me audition because of my braids. Like they wouldn't even see me at all. So I had to be like they wanted everybody to look like Tia and Tamara, have that like mixed girl curl, like this kind of deal or whatever. But if you didn't look like that, I didn't get sent out that much at first. And then I was like, straight from the South. I think I was learning my way, and I didn't audition for a lot of things. And I was in New York. A lot of those sitcoms were shot in LA, and it was so different than it is now. There wasn't the self-tape thing. There wasn't, all of that. So I didn't get an opportunity to even audition for like Moesha, Sister, none of those shows. Like none of them. Smart Guy, like none of them. So Cheetah Girls, none of the Disney stuff. I didn't audition for that stuff at all. At all. So, I think that's why I didn't work as much as I wanted to. Like I was like, I'm not even auditioning for stuff. And my mom and I used to get the backstage. It was a newspaper at the time. We would get it every day. We go to the little newsstand. We would get it. We would find our own stuff because my parents literally moved us. My dad let me and my mom move to New York for my career, and to sit at the house with those, just paying bills, it wasn't a move. So I started recording more. I was in the studio a lot more, which is, if you guys haven't seen, there's a video on my YouTube channel of me in the studio when I was like 15. That's before Taina. But I mean, that's what I did. I occupied myself with doing other stuff, recording. I actually was, close to getting a record deal. I had like a little bidding war going on with LaFace and another label. And, it's the breaks. Some stuff worked out, some stuff didn't. And I was signed to Nickelodeon Records, which was Adina Howard's record label back in the day. So it was things that I always kept my hands busy doing something, but I didn't get to audition as much as I wanted to back then. So it's unfortunate, though. And I didn't realize it as much. I realized it, but thinking back now, knowing all these shows, all these iconic shows, I'm like, damn, like I didn't even get the shot. It's crazy. I thought about Broadway. I auditioned. I don't have a big voice. That Broadway is different now, where they mic you to smithereens. But you just have to have that big belting voice. And no, I auditioned for Lion King a lot of times, but I didn't have the. I really don't have a Broadway voice, y'all. Pieces Power said, "Am I mixed?" No, I'm not. As far as I know, just black and more black. More black and more black is all I know. I actually want to do my I do want to do my DNA though, because my great grandfather, y'all, he looks like the cartel. He looked Mexican. He looked Mexican. I don't know what. And on my dad's side, it's questionable. Like we're all black, but I have an aunt that is like really light skinned, and I know I'm light skinned too, but she's got like green eyes, and her hair is naturally blonde. Like it's kinky, like black girl hair, but it's blonde, like yellow. And she looks like a white woman. I see white women that look like her all the time, and I'm like, you know she's black when she opened her mouth though, and when she started cooking. So I'm like, well, we might need to dig a little deeper. I don't know. He's from a town called Seaboard, North Carolina, and then like right next to that is a town called Newsom, which is my last name. And if you open up the yearbook, everybody's a Newsom, like black and white. They all mostly white. I'm like, baby, I would not date nobody in this town. I wouldn't feel safe. I would not feel safe, y'all. I don't know. Yes, Adina Howard. Okay, freak like me, baby. That was it. I loved filming in Florida. Nostalgia, cute. Yes, I loved filming in Florida. It was just a beautiful scene. We lived in these corporate apartments. It was gorgeous. Palm trees everywhere. And the food around there was like, so we used to eat good. It was an Italian spot. We used to go to an Indian spot. And then we found this little French bistro. Bruce from our wardrobe it was his friend's spot. Whew, yes, that little French bistro, everything. But we loved it because it was homey. It was homey down there. And we liked filming in LA too. We were in the Oakwoods in LA. It was just more homey in Orlando for some reason, but it was fun in LA too, of course, Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh, you got family in Florida and Jamaica? Okay. Oh, we went to Bahamas and did Snake. I have not been to Jamaica. I need to go to Jamaica for sure. Jake said, I always remember the episode where you and Renee and Taina had to work together and Taina couldn't rap. Yes, that was the music that we had. And that was the episode we had. Oh, no, she didn't. Love Oh, No, She Didn't. And I don't even have a copy of Oh, No, I had it. I don't know where it is. It's probably around somewhere. But it's like, why did that not make the soundtrack? We don't know. Filming for both seasons was like 3.5 months. So we would film for 2 weeks and then we go home for a week and then we come back. We'd fly out and go home and then we come back. So it was like 3.5 months that we would film each season, 13 episodes. So King Shay said, did we sing live on set during the musical numbers or did we lip sync to the studio recording? We lip synced to the studio recording. Yes. Yes, we did. We did that. What else? You guys got more questions? Okay. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it, you guys. AOZ said that's why I asked when we out to Papitos for veg. For bed. Oh, okay. I think I got it. Always wanted a puppuccino, right? I'm telling you, the puppuccinos just sounded great. And then, like, if you look at the pilot episode, that big old piece of cake, that big red velvet, that was a real piece of cake, y'all. Like, that was like a real shop. That wasn't a set. It was a real shop, and it was a real piece of cake. And they really had cakes that damn high in the shop. Like, wow. That's for like 3 people, maybe 4. Like, I do miss being on set, Benjamin. I miss it so much. I miss it. The last thing I did Girl in the Closet with Remy Ma and Tammy Roman, and they cut a scene or 2 from that. So my part is a little smaller. They got everybody's damn scenes, even Remy's. Like, that was Tammy's movie, and she ate it alive. We're not mad. She ate that, but I enjoyed it being on set with them. I love working on both of them. So I'm praying to and then I had another spot on BMF that I was actually cut. Like, that scene was cut. That wasn't me getting close. Like, no, I was cast, but it was the whole scene was cut. That's the breaks, y'all. That is just the breaks. It is so crazy. Well, you have to love what we do. You gotta love it. If you don't love it, you will go crazy. Angelique was just on Family Business, and they cut her entire section out. It still took the whole thing and plucked it out. Like, that's how we do. That's how it goes. You gotta have thick skin and move on. Yes, Princess Amani. I did see Michael Jackson when he came to set. So Michael came down to Orlando with his kids, Blanket and what's her name? Child. That's so disrespectful. What's that girl name? His daughter. Anyway, came down there with his kids. And they were just on vacation, and they were touring Nickelodeon Studios, and we were warned before Michael got there. Don't y'all be out here acting crazy. Paris, yes, thank you, Paris, Princeton, Paris, and so that's when he had the masks on them. He had the blankets over them. He was doing all that stuff, and boy, I tell you, they warned us. Paris Jackson, yes, they warned us to listen. Don't be acting crazy with Michael come. Y'all, no pictures, no video, no none of that. And we were like, really? Not one? Because he wasn't, he was touring Universal Studios, not necessarily the Taina set, and so we just happened to be filming. So we had to respect it. And so, but he walked right past our dressing rooms, and we all came out one by one. I am not a starstruck person. But Michael, y'all know it's another thing. It was like he really standing right there, like with his kids and stuff. Like, what? We can't get no picture. And then that was like, nobody had camera phones like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, what do we do? It's like, we all remember it. That's all we got. That's all we got. He literally, like, we felt the breeze of him walking past us. And boy, I tell you, man, I don't know what's in the world we were thinking to not even try to sneak a picture. Key Marmar said, did I ever meet Destiny's Child? Yes. Kelly Rowland was on the show. She was on Taina. So, and we were talking about it earlier. So yeah, she was on the show. Beyonce came to set. Solange was on the show too. So Beyonce came to set when Solange was filming. And Tina and Matthew, all of them were there. So I met, 2 out of 3? 2 out of 3. I didn't meet Michelle. Farrah Franklin was on one of our lives. So you guys know her from, previous. She was on there tripping, but yeah. She was on there and kicking it with us, clack-a-lacking with us. And her and Angelique go way back, so they know each other. But yep, so I met Kelly and Beyonce, and then Solange. Like I said, Solange was on our show too. So yeah, Beyonce came to set too. Yeah, she did come to set, Princess Amani. She did. She was so sweet and great. She was just like, everybody wanted pictures with Beyonce and stuff, and she was like, "All right, one more." Not to necessarily us, like people that were in the green room, because it was more than, it was like family and family members in the green room and stuff like that. So a couple of extras that were around. So she was very, very cordial, but she did not want to miss her sister's filming. So she was like, "I am not trying to miss my sister's scene though. So one more." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it." So I don't even think I got a picture. I get so regular around people. I have not met Little Kim Friday. Sometimes I'm mad about like some of the footage and some of the pictures I don't have. But that was part of the reason why we were around so many people. Me and my mom, I'm speaking of, like we were, rubbing elbows with a lot of people. But that's because we weren't taking pictures and filming everything and asking for autographs. Like we were regular with everybody, and they liked that we treated them that way and didn't act that way around them. So we just, used to kick it. We used to kick it with people, and we didn't always get pictures. And I kind of regret it a little bit to this day. My mom don't even like taking pictures. So she didn't help. Most parents are like, "Let me get a picture." She's not that one. She's like, "No, don't need no picture. We good." You better stop. You better stop all that. I see that. I ain't gonna say it out loud, but I see it. Yeah, Destiny's Child did the Disney Proud Family theme. Yes. And somebody mixed "I Represent" with "Say My Name" on YouTube. Y'all gotta look that up. They ate that. If the show would have kept going, who would I have loved to see as a guest star? Well, of course, unfortunately, Aaliyah, of course, if we had got her before everything, but and TLC as well, if we were, able to get them before. It's always like, I know I'm speaking to people that are not here anymore, but definitely that would have been so nice. And we let me see, who else would we have had during that time? Brandy and Monica would have been cool, because we did the like kind of the Gustavo episode or whatever, and it just put me in the mind of like kind of boys' mind type stuff. So it would have been cool to maybe have Brandy and Monica on the show, or one of them at least. Who else though? Who else would have been good? I don't know. That's a good question though. Okay, TLC would have been stupid. It would have been stupid. All that got them though. They got them for the theme song, but I need them to be on the show. We had so many people. We had Lil Romeo and Bow Wow. They were babies. There was Beyond the Music, Beyond the Music, I think was the name of ours. We had a lot of guest stars on that show. Shakira was listen. Shakira was there. I told y'all most people were there with us for the week. Shakira was there for a hot second, because she had that short scene in the one episode. And when I tell you, she pulled up in all these blacked out vehicles. I think she was dating a prince at the time. She was so down to earth though, to have such an extra entourage. She was so down to earth and sweet, but she was there for like 5 minutes, baby. She was not sticking around. Countess Vaughn would have been great. Yes, Countess Vaughn. Yes, she would have been great. Yep, Countess for sure. Y'all gotta see Count. If y'all don't know when Countess was a little girl on 227 singing her face off, and she started on Star Search. Y'all gotta go look that up. Y'all gotta see what she was doing back then, if y'all ain't seen it. Tisha Campbell. Now, King of Shade. Now you said something with that, because I want to work with Tisha so bad, because I think our humor, like we goofy. We like the same kind of goofy. And you are so right about Tisha Campbell playing my mom she would have been hilarious as my mom. Hilarious. Now that would have been crazy. Yep, I knew Nick Cannon before Wilding Out in Hollywood. See, Brandon Williams. Now, did I know that Nick Cannon was going to blow up back then the way he did now? Listen, Nick Cannon was always a business person. As a young teenager, or young adult, he was a businessman. He was moving and shaking. So if you guys remember, the Nick Cannon show was like this single camera show that was just like him going around doing pranks or whatever it was. That was him. He went to the network and said, "I want to do this. I don't need no money. Just give me a camera. I don't even need a dressing room." He used to stay at my house all the time. He used to be at my apartment, Listen, I'm telling you, like I had a 1 bedroom out in LA, and he would sleep on top of the covers and I would sleep underneath. Like we never touched, but I had a huge bed. Like, but literally, that's how we would sleep. We was like, so we was close. We were close. He's like a brother. Trust me, there's never nothing that went on. But that's how we would sleep. I was like, boy, you can get under the covers if you want to. Like we ain't got to touch, but he'd be like, no, I'm good. It's fine. So he used to stay at my house all the time. He used to use my dressing room because that show was low budget, and like he was like, all right, we'll give it to you if we ain't got to spend no money, okay. But he was such a businessman in that sense. And then when he did Wildin' Out later, this was like after Taina, of course, and I went back to LA, and was just auditioning and stuff. And DJ Rec, who you guys see on Wildin' Out, he lived in the same building as my friend Lena and her mom, which you guys have seen on the show Passions. She's somebody else I went to school with, and Jeepers Creepers as well. Jeepers Creepers too. And so, like, she's like my sister too to this day. So anyway, I used to stay with her and her mom all the time. And so DJ Rec, he lived in the same building. So Nick always stayed with him. They were best friends. So I used to run into him, and I would look out the window, and I would see Nick's Range Rover outside. I'm like, oh, Nick is in the building. And I walked out one day, and he was like, yo, I'm looking for a girl. I need a funny girl. I'm shooting this pilot for MTV called Wildin' Out. Come do this for me. Like, do it for free. But when the show gets picked up, I got you. And I left LA. Life was lifing. And one thing about Nick is, like, out of sight, out of mind. Listen, he's always been like that. You can't even take it personal. But I left and went back to Charlotte, which is where my son's father was from, and so I didn't really get back in contact with him to do any episodes of Wildin' Out after that. But I did shoot the pilot that got the show picked up with him. So, and Derek had a copy of it. I gotta reach out to one of them and see if they still have it, because that would be dope to show that to you guys. The pilot for Wildin' Out, me and these pilots, right? So, yes, but Nick, yeah, we had a clue that Nick was gonna do big things because he's such a businessman. He's very smart. We didn't know he was gonna marry Mariah though. Ain't nobody predict that one. We didn't know he was gonna have 100 kids either. We didn't know that either. We didn't know. Right? I know, Princess of Mine. I'm gonna try to find it. I don't even have the pilot for it, but I remember going up to Derek's apartment looking at it. So he had a copy of it, and I know Nick has it somewhere. But getting host to Nick is the problem. You got to run into Nick. You got to run into him. And Angelique saw him not that long ago. She was at an event with him, but I was like, girl, while you standing there, call me so I could talk to him, and she forgot. I was like, oh, yeah. You got one job. One job. So, right? Yep. Yes. Why did they change the original Santito? Well, so was it Super? Wait, 5'8" support 727. Is that right? Okay. They changed Santito because we needed a boy. They needed, instead of a daughter, they made it a son because we needed more boys in the show. So yeah, and then. Second season, you don't see Santito anymore. Santito, like the real Santito, was bad. If you're watching this, I know you probably grown now, but you know you was bad. He was bad. He didn't know how to act on set, y'all. So they was like, listen, Princess Amani had just asked what happened. You just asked what happened to Santito. That's what it was. And boy, we used to be like, is he done yet? Is he done filming? Because enough. I never met Keenan as well. I never met Keenan or Kel. I don't know why I haven't. Those are Angelique's people though, for sure. Those are her people. They trying to say he had a growth spurt. Princess Amani, who said he had a growth spurt? That's the first time I heard that now. Wait, what happened to Miss Kiki? Ooh. Titirosa? Is that who we're asking about? Titirosa was in season 2, wasn't she? Did she not have any episodes in season 2? Oh wait, he was a bad kid. He was a good actor. He just got tired and started acting up. He started acting up. He was like, listen, I'm done. Too many hours, time to go, time is up. And that's normal kid stuff, but I always tell people when your kid wants to act, make sure that they understand that they got to be little adults on set. So, because that was the rumor as far as why they got rid of Santito. Really? That's so funny. I didn't hear that before. Just Monica said that was the rumor as to why they got rid of Santito, that he had a growth spurt. That is so funny. Yeah. Oh, real. I can't say it, but real. I'm gonna say real. But yeah, yes, he felt bad asking if he was bad, if he was a bad actor. No, we know he was bad, child. We know he was bad. He grown now. He can take it. You know he was bad, child. It was too much. Somebody said, T. Shupshaw said, I seen a video. Somebody saying Renee was like the original Keke Palmer. People think she is Keke Palmer, but then they like look at the time frame and they're like, wait, that's not possible. There's a doppelganger here. Like, what is this? Is her twin. They need to check the DNA. They really do, though. They need to check the DNA. And we were talking about Aaliyah earlier. So if you look at Aaliyah's last video, Rock the Boat, Kalia's cousin Binky is in that video. She's one of the dancers. So if you guys know Binky, that's just a little bit of tea. But her cousin is in that video as well. But yeah. Okay, Santito got the Aunt Viv treatment, didn't he, though? I'm like, well, y'all could have brought him back a little bit. But he actually lived in Orlando. He was from Orlando, and they cast him from Orlando. So once we went out to LA, it was kind of like, Kiki La Flaca, I don't know what happened to her. Kiki La Flaca was only on, the one episode, right? Yeah, I don't know. And her and then the Christina, the talk show host, Christina, she played Principal Rojas. And so, yeah, she was on season 2. We did bring her back. Bonnie King says, so I know I can't find the original Santito. Princess Amani says she looked up the original Santito and can't find him nowhere, child. I can't either. Some of them I cannot find. I think I'm looking them up wrong. I'm like, y'all gotta be somewhere. What's going on? Bonnie King said, why don't you and Nick join forces and try to get Taina back on air or a deal? I would love to. That's why I wanted to talk to the daggone boy. Like, he is literally so hard to get a hold of. Like, he does everybody this way. And it's nothing personal. Like, I'm not mad at him, because even back in the day, he used to be like that. Like, executives used to complain about this boy not answering the phone. He's a trip. But yeah, I would love to do that. So I did want to talk to him about, a couple of things, actually. Even our reality show that we have, that we're producing, me and Leon Frierson are producing a reality show about child stars, but not like the dramatic stuff, like just what we're doing now. Because we're, like I just named a lot of people that I know and that I'm friends with and went to high school with. Like, we really all know each other, and it's a small world. Even my performing arts high school alone has like so many different like child stars and just celebrities. I went to high school with Alicia Keys, and it's just so much that's like in our little world. So, we wanted to do a reality show, sort of like just us being us, So I wanted to talk to him about a couple of things, and definitely trying to get Taina rebooted. Because even Matthew Cherry that does Abbott Elementary, like, he's reached out. He's been in my DMs like, what do we do? How do we get this happening again? He's a big Taina fan. So I'm like, I know, right? I don't know what we do. So, yes. AOC said maybe simple, but I love the nickname LaMarche. And it's not simple. It was cute. Miss Aretha Jones was incredible. Gave Left Eye vibes with her personality a tad. I know people are gonna hate me for that, but for some reason I got the vibe from her on Taina, right? No, I think she did. I think she really did. Like, yeah, she's like, and I talk to her. I talk to her all the time. She's a mess. And her mama, she always on our head. Like, y'all need to do something. The Kalia is just lazy, honey. She needs to get with you. You need to get with her and make her get off her butt. Like, her mama be fussing at us. Get in touch with Issa Rae, right, Jordan? Her or Will Packer, maybe. How did the Left Eye duet come out? Well, I just sampled her on one of my songs. I'm on my 90s vibe, so I took an old, like, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. I grabbed her vocals. I'm like, ain't nobody sampled Left Out like that yet. And so I just heard her in the song that I did called Love Sick. And so I sampled her on there, but I don't think I can get the clearance on it. So it's not really an official release, but I'll just put it up on my SoundCloud for you guys. But yeah, I love it though. I love it. I think I'm gonna have my son kind of like tighten up the mix, and then I'll put it on my SoundCloud. I have a snippet of it though. I put the snippet up like on my story, or I think it's on my page too. So yeah. Speaking of Abbott Elementary, Ava the principal is sort of like the grown-up version of Maritza. I know, right? I can see that. I can see it a little bit for sure. Thank you. Thank you, M. Gonza 123. Thank you for saying that. She said, loved you on Taina. Are you allowed to pitch Taina to another network or streaming service? Maria, who's the creator, has first right of refusal on that. I don't know what her contract looks like. So possibly. And they definitely could link up, with like another streaming service, like everything else, like Hulu linked up with ABC, and Selenis wanted us to take it to Netflix because she loves how Netflix does their deals. So I think anything's possible. My first impression of Christina Dre Champ Productions. Christina was always, me and Christina were always cool. Like we were always close. She definitely is a no nonsense type person. She was. I'm not sure, if she's the same way now, but she was, sometimes when people are blunt and to the point, she's from New York originally. Some people can't take that. And some people think that, it's them being like mean or something, but I prefer it. Don't make me guess, because I can get with you if I need to. But I'd rather not guess how you feel about me. I'd rather be honest. And I mean, I could take it too. Like it's constructive criticism. Like we would go somewhere, we put on outfits, and she'd be like, no, ma'am, hold on. I got something. I don't like that. That's not cute. She'd be like, what? It ain't cute. No. And she'd be like, hold on. And she would go to her closet and she would get me something, and it would be fire. And I'd be like, okay, well, that's a friend. That is a friend. To me, that's a friend. She is not trying to let me walk out looking crazy. Okay? So she would hook that shit, and I'd be like, you know what? This is giving. This is it right here. So yes, and that is a true friend. Okay? So I am not mad at it at all. I'm telling you. So when some people were just like, because Megan Good, me and her cool too. And she used to like, I think her and Christina used to butt heads. And she's like, oh, how you work with her every day? Like, y'all must have had an argument. What you mean? Like, we fine. I don't know. I don't understand. What's the problem? I'm more like Taina. Or is Christina... Okay, was Christina more of a real life Maritza and me more like Taina? I don't know though, because she wasn't as extra. Maritza just extra. Maritza was extra, but she wasn't a mean girl either. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I'd say she was more like Taina, and I'm still more like Maritza because I'm extra. I'm the one that's extra, but I'm just not mean. I'm not mean at all. So, Bonnie King, yeah, if you can, that would be a big help. Or something, Twitter, IG, comments, anything, or something got to work, right? Okay, we got to do something. You guys have been riding with us for years. So thank you, Jordan, for saying I love I'ma Do Me. But you guys have always like shared and up, the episodes trend. You make memes out of me all the time. Y'all do everything. It is not you guys' fault. Y'all been doing that, like I said before, reboots were a thing. So I have been the one that have always just never tried to never let it go. I've always tried to like keep the show alive and appreciate the support that we always get, because I know it means so much to everybody that did love the show, and it does have legs still. It does have a place to go. We're still all willing to do the show again, to do a reboot of some sort, and we're here for it, and we're in contact with each other. And like I said, there's not one cast member that I've talked to that's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, no, all of us would do it again, all of us. So, and we all miss it. We all miss it. We all miss each other, because we used to have a blast. And that was part of the reason why the show was so good. It's because that chemistry was so real. It was so real. Thank you so Richie. I love you guys too. And then I have a rap tape. That's another one that I want to get transferred, but I'm looking for it. I'm down here with my mom at her house, and I'm not at her house right now, but at her house, the vault. There's no telling, aka the vault. That's what I call my mom's house, the vault, my parents' house, but my mom has the vault. So there's a rap tape somewhere around here, and that was the rap tape for season 1. So we had a rap party, and there's bloopers on there. It's hilarious, and Lisa actually performed. So I'm gonna find that, and hopefully before the summer's over, I can get that transferred and put that up for you guys. So I'm gonna look really hard. There's so much stuff around here, y'all. There's so much stuff. I don't know. Thank you so much, AOC. I appreciate the roses. I'm taking them. Thank you. I'm taking them all. Yes, I know Taina was a big part of you guys' childhood 5A support, and I appreciate they did. It was premature. We definitely could have gone at least 5 seasons, but I know we could have gone longer for sure. Thank you, Monique. You got grease bags. Thank you so much. I am actually, that's another thing that I am doing is restocking the inventory for grease bags. So I will be able to push those again for you guys very soon. I need a team, y'all. I ain't got a team. I need a team. There's so much going on. And still much going on. Yes. I messed up. I think I didn't mess up a line. I think I cussed on there or something. I remember my mom watched the bloopers and she was like, "Did you just say shit? Did you just say shit?" I was just like, "Oh, I forgot I said that. Why did they keep it in there?" That was so funny. But I know I messed up something with Christina. We all got some bloopers in there. Oh my gosh, yes. Diane King said, "Can I still do the Taina?" Oh my god, yeah, I did it earlier, but yeah, I don't know. But Taina, I cracked a little bit. I gotta come in from a diaphragm these days. I got a little more bass in my voice than I did when I was younger. Terrence, thank you. Oh yeah, right. Lisa on Tamron Hall. If you guys did not see Lisa on Tamron Hall and her having her breast cancer survival story, you guys need to watch that for sure. Who had the most bloopers? Christina, probably. That girl, she had like mom brain back then. She'd be like, "Hi." Probably Christina. You're welcome. Web surf baby. Wait, Surfer Blue. Web Surfer Blue. Got it. I don't know where I got baby from, but made up something real quick. Latina, I see you, Breezy. I see you in the building, sis. That's sis over there. Okay, Letitia, thank you. Still got it a little bit, little something, little bit. But yes, I said Maritza on Taina walk so Electra on Pose could run. I love that show. Such a good show. Such a good. Thank you for saying that. Yes. Yes, the Taina was in the script. I had to like interpret, but they were like something high pitched and drawn out and do it. But it was written just like you wrote it in the script. Princess Amani, yes, it was. Okay, Lisa, I wonder if I take you home. Yes, it was so good. So good. I would love to do a song with Lisa. We keep talking about it because me and Lisa we real close. So I don't know why we ain't got in the studio again. I mean, together. Yeah, there are bloopers. Mganza 123. Yeah, there are bloopers. Like I said, I have the VHS that I have to transfer the same way I did the pilot. I have to get it transferred again for you guys, but I have to find it though. It's just I'm home and going through stuff. My mom hides things from herself, but that's one of the reasons why we still have this stuff. So I'm not mad at her, but I have to find it. And I've seen it in recent years. So it is around, but I know Crystal Neil said that I remind her so much of Jackie, Harry, and Kim Fields. And I was telling him earlier that Kim Fields was the director on our show, and she told me that I reminded her of Regine, which was like, what? And coming from you, stop playing with me. Thank you. So, yeah, I love Jackie and Regine were definitely inspirations, though, for that character, for sure, along with myself. Oh, I know. Yeah, Lisa, I would definitely. What's up? What's up, Butter? What's up, the real Butter Green? What's going on? How are you in the building? I appreciate you guys for dropping in. And we've been on here for like an hour and 45 almost. So I know some of you are just getting in. We dropped a dime on, the lead character and why she was changed. And, I let them know that, and for those, I'll go ahead and repeat that part because I did tape this live. So I will upload the taping on YouTube. So I'll put the full video on YouTube and then on IG as well. I'll put the clips up. But we basically, explained that, hold on, before I say that. Did y'all know it was the last episode when you taped it? It felt like you did because of the song. Yeah, we know it was the finale for the season. We did. We just didn't know we weren't coming back necessarily because that's always a process in between seasons. So it did feel like, yeah, it's time to go home. We're going to miss each other. It felt like that. And I think it was emotional because we were kind of like, it's about to be over. I'm going to miss you guys. So, yes. Okay. Oh, we can kick it for life, right? Okay. So I think Abuelo is still like, I think Manolo is still alive. I'm not sure. Because, see, I thought he had passed at one time and I was wrong. But I think he is. Him and Ruben Robasa, who played Papito. I hear he like a little player. Like he out here living his best life right now. So. And he does art as well. So I'm going to look them up. Next time we get on here, I will confirm or deny because I don't know. I don't know. Tisha Campbell does make sense for my mom. I'm telling you, it would be so good. But anyway, yeah, I have my jacket. I have my that cow. Let me see. Letitia Child said, did I ever keep anything from Taina? So I do have, I have a jacket, a Taina jacket, like a jean jacket they gave us from the rap party, but I have the cow print jacket around here somewhere. I have that. I think I have the hat. That was in the episode where they threw the milkshake on me. It was pudding. I think I wore that in that episode. So I have that somewhere. And then that little like short jacket in the pilot, the gray thing, the little puffy thing I had on, I have it. It's in my closet. I have that. And I also have those metallic silver pants that were Lisa where we reenacted her music video. We were like, and Kalia had the afro and Lamar had the jerry curl. I have those pants too. So when I go back to Georgia, I'm going to put them on. Yes. Abuelita, okay? Okay. Abuelo still kicking? Yes. I love Manolo. I'm so happy to hear that. So over here on IG, Abuelo is still kicking. Okay. She says she watched him all the time on the Spanish soaps. The novelas. The man is brilliant. He is so brilliant and he is so freaking sweet. I used to just love his hugs. He gives the best hugs in the world. When I tell you, it's like comfort. You can just like he's like he's your abuelo. I just be like, Manolo, give me hugs. I used to love his hugs. I can feel them right now. I used to love his hugs. He was so warm. Okay. Abuelo is still another confirmation. Abuelo is still alive. Thank God. Because I want to see him. Ruben was in the last Spider-Man movie? What? Okay, now y'all educating me. I ain't know that. What? And see, me and my son, we do Spider-Man and X-Men and all this. So how did I miss this? What? Okay, why did they change Taina? Before I get off here, we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. I'm about to end this live. We are going to do another live on TikTok. I'm going to try to do TikTok and Facebook together maybe and see how that works. I'm figuring it out, y'all. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. But I did tape this. So, yes. Another question regarding Diane is, I'm good, but my question is, when did y'all actually air the pilot. Are you in touch with Diana Lozado? No, Diana Lozado, I can't find at all. I don't know where she is. We shot the pilot December 22nd, 99, and we actually started filming in 2000, the summer of the 2000, of year 2000. So it was a few months before we actually knew we were picked up. And the reason why they changed the character of Taina to a different actress is because, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. So the lead, Diane, was actually 23. She was 23. And she was too old to play the role. And we were older as well, though. We played older. Don't get it twisted. Okay. I was 18 and I turned 19 while we were filming. So we started filming in like June, the end of May, June. I think it was June when we started filming. So I turned 19 like that July. And me and Kalia, I have a picture of us blowing out our cake together. I have to post that for you guys. So we're like days apart on our birthdays. And I think she might be the 29th and I'm the 24th, something like that. And Christina's in November. So we were all like right behind each other. So she's the youngest, but the rest of us, me and Chris went to school together. Me and Chris's twin, Christy Knowings, who was on all that. We went to high school together. Chris was at like, some technical mathematical school. He's a nerd. So I am too, but he's like, he's like a arithmetic kind of nerd. So he was in I think it was scientific high school. New York has these specialized high schools. So me and Christy were at the performing arts high school. He was at like a scientific high school. And, so we were all the same age, but that's his twin. You also saw Chris in Crooklyn. Shout out to Crooklyn. Very important film. So, yeah. So we were older than what we were playing, but Diane was 23 and the network thought she looked older. And we didn't think so. And like I told them earlier when we were talking, I know, right? Tracy. Yeah. She was 23 and my mom is usually the person that can see somebody's age, even when you be like, no, I don't see it. She's like, yeah, I can tell. She couldn't tell either. Like nobody could tell. She looked so young and she was so small, but she was so cute and adorable and very talented. But she was like, the network was afraid she was going to age out before we expected the show to have a pretty good run. So they were afraid to, and they thought she looked older, and we didn't think so. Like her and the guy that played Dan, they thought they looked too old, and I could see it with Dan, but I didn't necessarily see it with her. And we were like, "What?" So next thing we knew, I'm not sure how the audition process went for looking for a new Taina. There was also a focus group that they sent the pilot to, and so they considered feedback from the public as well as the network, and they were like, no. LaGuardia High School was down the street from my high school. I went to Professional Performing Arts High School. LaGuardia was our rival. Like we used to get in fights with them. we did. Like, meet me on the corner then. And then we would go to like Apollo on 125th Street. And they had like high school night. And so one of our friends was performing at high school night. So we would all go. We would all go and support each other. Like, what we doing? Where we riding to? And so we would ride we rode to the Apollo, and LaGuardia was there that night. When I tell you this girl sings her face off, y'all, LaGuardia was there that night, and they booed her off the stage because they was mad. Oh my God. We were ready to take heads off. Like, we were like, stop playing with me. You know she did not deserve a boo. Like, oh, we was so mad that night. Like, this is like real life for us. We was like, what was that, West Side Story? Like, we just meet up, like, what we doing? Catch me outside. Yes, catch me outside. Now, at Performing Arts High School, and my friends would never let me like really fight. They'd be like, no, you stay back. You too little. We got it. I'd be like, I ain't no punk. Let me get in. And they'd be like, you sit down with them patent leather shoes on. You was going to slip and fall. No. Okay, Dre Champ said his sister went to LaGuardia. Christina went to LaGuardia. Christina, and she went to high school with Khalees. Like, my milkshake brings out a voice to the roof. She went to high school with her. And I think they didn't get along. would agree. I'm telling you, it is so funny. It is so funny. And like one of my other high school friends was in Clockers. And so that was a field trip for us. We all went to see Clockers because he was in it. So I loved it. My school was small. It was a smaller version of LaGuardia. There was like 40 of us when we graduated in my senior class. And like Alicia Keys went to my school as well. Sean Nelson from the Wood, Christy, Lena, all of them were there. So funny. Genetic question. What Nick shows did you enjoy before getting the role of Taina? Oh, generic question. I thought I said generic. Sorry, can't read. What Nick shows did you enjoy watching before getting the role of Taina? I used to love Are You Afraid of the Dark? Going way back. Way back with this one because half of y'all ain't even gonna know what it was, but You Can't Do That on Television. It was like one of my faves. It was one of my faves. Like I love that show. And but Are You Afraid of the Dark for sure. Like loved that show. That was like my fave. And then they had the show called 15. See, my shows go back. Like it was like an old soul. So some of the like real goofy shows and like real goofy cartoons, I like, but I wasn't into them as much as everybody else. But that show 15 was like a soap opera. And it was like adult, like kind of like our show had kind of like a little bit of an adult edge to it, kind of a little bit without going too far. Because they was on our heads about saying stuff. We didn't think nothing wrong with it, but they'd be like, yeah, y'all can't say that. Don't say that. A little too close. Can't say it. But 15 was like, it was a soap opera for teenagers. Y'all got to look that up. It's a good show. Okay. Are You Afraid of Dark is Everything? Matter of fact, I need to go watch that. Salute My Shorts. Yes. Favorite. Yes. Okay. Yeah. The reruns. Yep. Darius Paris said the rerun. Darius Paris. What else we got over here? I love Rugrats though. They used to call me Tangelica because Lisa calls me Tangelica. I have a picture that she signed. She calls me Tangelica. Secret World of Alex Mack. Yes. Shout out to Natanya Ross, the homie. Love that show too. Kenan Kel was funny, but it just wasn't like I wasn't just like watching all the shows like I was kind of like on some other stuff, you know, when everybody was watching these shows. Legends of the Hidden Temple though, Double Dare. We did Double Dare. Taina. We actually filmed Double Dare before we started filming Taina. So, and that's one of them times where I had to get a whole new weave because I had a weave on there too. And that blueberry stuff was all in it. And child, I'm talking about I had to take that thing out. Cree Summer, I used to see her in LA. I used to see her like all the time because this was after Taina, but me and my son's father had gone back out to LA for a while. And she used to work out in the gym where we lived. So I used to see her all the time. Her and Jasmine Guy, we had auditions with her sometimes. Clarissa Explains It All. Yes. Shout out to Melissa. She used to Clarissa, the girl that plays Melissa. Clarissa Explains It All. She was actually directing. She directed a few episodes of Taina as well. So yeah. Right, Angelica. No, we didn't do Wild and Crazy Kids. Nope. Global Guts, King of Shay. I don't know if I watched Global Guts. I gotta go back and freshen up. Were there any episodes for season 3 written? I heard that there were. I think Maria has started writing them, but I don't know how far she got with that. I really don't. I've never seen them. Melissa Joan Hart, exactly. Melissa Joan Hart. Yes, so she yep. She was also Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yes, she was Clarissa Explains It All as well. Melissa Joan Hart. Yes, thank you guys. I be having like brain farts a lot. I got too much on my head. But yes, she was a great director. And she directed a couple episodes for Taina as well. Space Cases. It was another one I can't think of though. There's one more that's coming to mind. That's gonna come to mind. But y'all know I'm having brain farts right now. Gullah Gullah Island. Maria, who created Taina, also created Gullah Gullah Island. That's her show too. So yeah. I remember when they advertised goos on Nick. It was that slimy mess. Yep, I remember the goos. I do remember. I remember them old commercials with the 800 number at the end. Okay, the brain farts be and I got too much going on, y'all. Like I'm telling you, like literally, I'm just running and ripping. I told y'all, just moving and shaking and jiving, doing all that. I know, right? Yep. Small Wonder said never knew that. Yeah, she definitely created Shelby Woo. The Secret Files of Shelby Woo. That's what I was thinking of. Yes. I don't know what happened to it though. But I was thinking that's the show I was thinking about. I know. Then I think right now though, I think Nickelodeon, I can't really speak for Disney because somebody said they missed the 2000s and the 90s Nickelodeon. I think we all do. And I think they might be starting to get the memo. Because even when it comes to the cartoons, like they trying to bring this natural hair like characters to the forefront. There's a lot of stuff that's in the works. I know, like, you know, I don't want to get into it like that, but I know Quiet on Set kind of threw things off. But you know, that's another live for another day. Ain't gonna kill the vibe, but I'll just leave y'all with this. A lot of it is some bullshit. A lot of it is. Don't believe the hype, and you know, don't give up on your great memories because of that. You know, but I'm sending love and condolences to Drake Bell because that's what the documentary was about, and that's who the focus should have been on. Maria is the GOAT. She is the GOAT. Yes, she is. Yes. Yes, I played Maritza on the show The Hearts Collide. I am. I played Maritza. So if you have not, Animorphs got canceled before it got dark, before it got started, or before it got dark. Yeah, I saw that too. But yes, I'm from Taina. I played the role of Maritza, and the unreleased pilot is what we're talking about right here on the live. It is on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go check that out if you have not seen it because it's a trip. If you are a fan of Taina, you need to see the pilot because you're gonna be like, "What is going on?" And yeah, so that's on my page. It's never been released before. The only people that have copies of that pilot, as far as I know, are the cast members. I'm not sure if the crew got copies of it, but you know, Maria and Cass probably have it as well. But the other cast members, and that would be me, Kalia, and Chris, because the other cast members changed. I'm not sure if Manolo got a copy. He probably has it. Manolo probably has a copy, which is Abuelo, and that would probably be it. Like we're probably the only four that have it. And I know Kalia has a copy because she keeps everything she has. So I know she has it. But it's never been released before. Nobody's ever seen that before. And not the network, nobody. I'm like, I was waiting for them to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody said anything. Maria and Cass they follow me. So they know what I'm out here doing. But yeah, nobody got mad at it. So yeah, it has not been released before. So make sure you go check that out. You guys, one more time, please subscribe to the YouTube. We are trying to get to 1,000. I'm traveling around. I'm going to be out on this road for the entire summer, doing what I do. I'm in Florida right now, you know, dealing with a couple properties, and I'll be going to Colorado before the end of the summer. So I want to take you guys on the ride. Yes. Hearts Collide said, I'm so glad you were able to upload it. And right, you're welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are happy with, like, to see it and that you guys appreciate it. It's of course it's special to me. You never know, you know, if anybody else cares. So I appreciate that you guys are really loving it and really find it interesting to see. And I'll find, you know, some other stuff. I'm trying to find the rap tape for season 1 while I'm here as well. Again, my mom has everything in the vault. And it's a lot of stuff in the vault. There's storages I got to go through. I don't know where it is, y'all. But I'm going to go look for it. So hopefully I will get that transferred before the end of the summer so you guys can see that because that's another one that's going to be a trip. And try to get in contact with somebody for the pilot for Wildin' Out because I did do the pilot for Wildin' Out and I've never seen it. I've seen it, but I've never seen it aired on social media. So I had to try to make a couple phone calls for that to see if I can find it. They never gave me a copy of that. But so I appreciate you guys for jumping in. We've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to do another live that will probably be TikTok and Facebook together, something like that. We'll do that as well. And there was something else I was going to tell you. Oh yeah, the Maritza answer machine is an official sound, so you guys know. You can use that for your content, download it, do whatever. And I have a Christmas song. I know it's not Christmas time, with Angelique Bates and Leon Frierson, that you guys, it's on my channel. You can stream that as well, just to, listen to it. But we're going to re-release it during the Christmas season. Hopefully get a little video or something going for that. But yeah, got music in the works with my son. We do Throwback Thursdays on Throwback Live on Thursdays with Angelique Bates and my son Jaso. He's a musician and a producer as well. So we're recording music together. And my SoundCloud is up with some old music. So you guys just follow. I got so much going on, and I'm trying to keep it coming. I got the I Love Me shirts coming as well. And again, I don't even know. I packed it so deep. I hid it from myself. I was going to put it on for y'all, but it's on my page. So those are going to be available to order as well. So many of you love the I Love Me shirt. And it's all about self-love, right? So let's do that. Let's do that. Love yourself, because I love me for sure. Who else is in the Wild 'N Out pilot? Spanky is in it. Loon, the rapper Loon, is in it. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Here I go again. But anyway, but you remember the Friday After Next? That's the Christmas one, right? That's Friday After Next, with the dude slapping people with baby powder and stuff. So he was in it. And Spanky Hayes, Loon, that guy from Friday After Next. Who else was in it? A couple other people. DJ Rec was there. Derek, he was always there. And what's his name that has all the women? Ray. D-Ray? Yeah, D-Ray. He was in that too. Is it Cat? Right. It's not Cat Williams, but it's the other. Not Cat Williams, but the dude that kept slapping the baby powder. It wasn't him. It wasn't Cat Williams, but it was the other guy. But it was the other guy. I'm so disrespectful. I'm sorry if you're watching or if you see this. I'm having brain farts. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But yeah, I'm on 7% over here. I got to plug up. So over here on YouTube. But I love you guys. I am out. I had a good time with y'all too. This was great. Thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. I'm going to be back. I will keep doing this for sure. I'm not going anywhere. So I will be here. You guys send me, DMs. Follow me at @IAM_Latangela on mostly all the platforms. You can find me on. I think it's Latangela Newsome or something on Facebook. But yes, follow us all and join our Throwback Thursday lives. We go live a little early on IG, and then we do like a little after party on TikTok. So it's a little bit later, and we will, we'll get our times right, because we don't know. I am single. Look, that's the second time somebody asked me single as a dollar bill. Single as a dollar bill. See, I ain't have to think about it that time. You gave it to me already. I couldn't think of nothing country to say earlier. I love y'all. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you watch that pilot if you haven't seen it. All right, y'all. Peace. Love you. Love you too. Love you. Smooches, King of Shade. Sugar. I'm giving you all the sugar right back. All right. Love y'all. Peace. Uh-oh. I can't even end it, y'all. And I'm still on here. It won't let me end it. Okay, well, y'all still on here until I end it. Because I don't know. It won't let me do it. It's so hilarious. All right. Love y'all. Bye. Okay, I'm done, but let me clean up my mess. I'll be over there. Okay. All right.